Welcome to Straight Red Card. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Even before you listen to this show, because you'll forget to unsubscribe and unlike it if you hated it. So all we care about is like you liking and subbing this, so we can grow this thing. All right. No, we actually care about having a decent show. You know, we don't really plan it though. I mean, we don't talk about it prior. We just hit record and then we go because that's what you got to do sometimes. So on this show, we are going to talk about who's going to start for. And you know what, Brett? You know what we forgot again in the last segment? So we can do it here right
Berhalter.
now.
We forgot Berhalter.
We never give Berhalter grades.
Let's give it to him now.
Okay. I'm going to give him a B minus.
I am going to give him a B. And I'm assuming that my theory of weathering the attack and wearing them out was the game plan, which I guess Sardis kind of alluded to.
Yeah.
And his sub choice worked out. So what can I say?
It's a fucking shitty first half, though.
It really was.
It really was. It's
so
I don't
bad.
know how. I mean, yes, late subs, good. They worked out, you know, and that's always nice for a manager when the guys you just sort of pull out of your ass come on the field and, you know, put in a goal and you're like, yeah, I meant to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still giving a B minus, but that's pulling it up from a D in the first half. I really thought we made no adjustments. We did nothing to figure out how Qatar was going to counter us. We didn't change anything. We didn't do anything, and then we left DK in there so long, his shoulder almost fell off his body. So there's that to consider. But in this show, it's going to be really easy. Again, Brett, I think we're only going to have a few changes here. But your starting lineup for the next game, and you just stop me if you hear anything you don't agree with. Goalkeeper, Matt Turner. Vines, left back. Robinson, center back. Sands, center back. Moore, right back. Might disagree with that. That could be Cannon.
Nah.
You think he's going to stick with Moore?
Yeah. I don't think Moore has worked himself out of the position, and I don't think Cannon's fought his way back into it. I think Cannon will be a first option sub. Say, hey, Moore, work your ass off, and then you'll come out 60th, 70th minute. Go from there. But I think it's still going to be Moore.
Okay. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it's going to be Cannon. I think that Moore looks a little tired out there. And today he didn't have a really good game. And I think that Berhalter will go, Cannon, all right, I've made you sit and wait, but I think you're fit now, and I'm going to start you. So that's one change.
I don't know. I just think that Moore was had the curse of playing in the first half. Really, when and you can see it in his style. He sat back a lot more. He played that true right back where you just occasionally make you run up, but you're really staying back there to help defend. And I think that was a lot more tactic than it was him just not doing anything. So I'm sticking with Moore. That's my plan.
It's kind of like the curse of being in range. When you're at the grocery store and somebody obviously farted in the aisle, and it's just wretched, but you're within range, and so then other people think it's your fault.
Yeah, then other people come around the corner and they'll like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh my god, this guy let a ripper out, and you're like, no, it's the guy that just left the aisle. It wasn't me. So that's kind of the stain on Moore here. He didn't do the fart, but he's getting stained by the fart, which was the first half, which he played all of, and then only played 15 minutes of the second half. So so that's why I changed it there. I think in the midfield, it's still going to be Acosta and Leggett, but I think we could see Williamson instead of Busio.
I've got Williamson as my starting over Busio.
I think Busio's shown enough flaws at this point that the energy, not that Busio was not energetic, he was, But I think that Williamson is just a more mature player. And I think he's going to be more stable. So I think we might see a change there.
Mm-hmm.
I
think if anything, Williamson is just more physical than Busio, and I think that's what makes a big difference. Like he's built stockier.
Yes. Yeah. He's a bigger mammal. And sometimes that does make a difference when one of your jobs is to clog up the defense on the counter, or to out physical a guy for a 50-50 ball. And I think Williamson, we saw tonight, is just more capable of doing that. And in his brief time, he's also, in many ways, he has gumption. He is less afraid of making a mistake, Williamson, which may be good or bad in whichever way you look at that. But when you look at Busio, how many quick triangle passes does he do that come off? We saw it tonight with Williamson. He does it a lot more than Busio. He's willing to try it. And if you're looking for goals, you need somebody who's going to be willing to try that. And Busio doesn't come off as a guy that wants to try.
Well, I feel like even Williamson is more willing to take on a player. Like there are multiple times where he takes on 1, 2, sometimes even 3 players before just getting rid of the ball, and that could be a bad thing, except for when you're trying to open up a defense and you're trying to take midfield out of the equation, and it gives opportunities for players to find those seams to break through.
So we're both with Williamson here then.
Yes.
Okay, I'm marking up Busio. All right, Hoppy better start at left wing.
Yeah,
he better. Better. If he doesn't, I'm throwing a bigger fit than Hoppy threw in this game tonight. It's now 2 days, probably by the time people are watching this show, but 2 nights ago then. Yeah, I'm throwing a total hissy if Hoppy isn't starting. And I think Hoppy has done enough to prove to Gregg, yes, he has to be on the field. Has to be. DK, I think that's where the next change coming, Brett.
Well, who's your right wing?
I'm going to keep Areola for now.
Okay, same with me. And I got Zardes up top.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, listen, you can only deny the inevitable for so long. And in this case, Zardes came in, he got 30 minutes, and he did what DK couldn't do for 60 minutes. And in fact, DK looked bad and off his game and couldn't even make, basic passes. So Zardes, it's got to be Zardes at this point. I don't care how upset everyone is going to get. I'm sorry, folks. It's going to be Zardes.
The fact of the matter is DK's left shoulder injury is definitely playing a factor in his gameplay. And we're talking about a turnover where we're playing Sunday. So we're talking like a 3-day window here before the game against probably Mexico. By the time you're watching this, obviously you'll know it's going to be Mexico. So, yeah, I predict Mexico.
Yep, you did.
So that's, in all honesty, that wasn't a hard prediction, but I think Derek was taking, he was going for the high roll there.
I went on a whim. Yeah.
So, but I think Zardes is definitely going to start because I don't think DK is going to be healthy. Plain and simple.
He sure as hell didn't look healthy.
The only thing you could possibly make an argument for, we talked about Hoppy possibly playing some center forward. Well, not possibly, but he did play some center forward really in this game against Qatar.
He did.
So maybe you throw Hoppy up top and throw like a Gio Caccini out left or right. Doesn't really matter.
You could do that. I doubt that's going to happen. I think Zardes has claimed that CF spot.
Yep. Nope. I 100% agree. I'm just saying there are options, but I think it's definitely going to be Zardes.
And not that Zardes didn't work his ass off while he was on the field. He certainly did. But no one has been busting their balls harder on that field with as much piss and vinegar as Matthew Hoppy. So,
yep.
With the situation with the center forwards, you've got to start seriously thinking about giving him a shot up top. Don't pull him out in the 70th or 60th minute to put somebody else in. Move him to center forward where he doesn't have to work as hard, but can find some open space and move somebody else, like you're suggesting, on the other winger spot, like a Gio Caccini. But don't pull Zardes before you pull Hoppy. Leave Hoppy in there. I don't know. But then again, Stardust scores goals off of so many different parts of his body. Might just leave him in there because he just scores. I mean, he scores in MLS. Your game
plan is, hey, Zardes, go stand at the PK. We'll hit it off you.
Yes. It'll come off the crossbar and hit you in the fucking, chest, and it'll go in. So,
hey, goal's a goal is a goal. So what can you say?
Exactly. So that's going to probably do it for this show. Make sure you keep, tuning in for these things if you can. If you can't, that's fine. And I want to thank everybody for supporting our show and all the crazy photos you're sending us, like the Beavis and Butthead photo was great. That was awesome. If you have ideas like that, send them in. I think that was Bert Haynes, who sent us a photo of us as Beavis and Butthead, and we fucking love it. And
it's great, absolutely wonderful. That and the Waldorf, both of them are great.
Yeah, the Waldorf one was good. The Beavis and Butthead one was good. So send it to us. We love the comparisons. Yes, I guess we are sort of the Beavis and Butthead of soccer. I'm not sure if I'm definitely not taking that as a compliment, but because I mean, those guys were pretty.
That just means we're well known, though. Just like everybody knows who Beavis and Butthead are.
Yeah, but those guys were really dumb. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
You were in middle school when that was out.
Yeah, I was.
Your parents let you watch that?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, you watched it anyhow.
Yeah. Same thing with Family Guy at the time when it first came out. My mom didn't want me to watch Simpsons back in the day when it's like 6 years old watching it. She's like, "No, you can't watch it." Like,
I tell you what,
and turn it on when she leaves. Okay.
We used to get so baked and watch Beavis and Butthead and Ren and Stimpy in college.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we were so baked, and we would just
idiot.
We would laugh nearly till we were almost pissing in our pants because it's just the ultimate stoner show. And the one that I actually did piss in my pants. I literally pissed in my pants is when Beavis and Butthead went into the Army recruiter's office, and the Army recruiter said, "All right, boys, did any of your parents, were they in the military?" And Butthead said, "Yeah, Beavis's dad was a seaman." And they laughed, and the Army recruiter's like, "What's funny about that? God damn it!"
I'm kind of surprised that you can get stoned and watched Ren and Stimpy. That had to have been pretty trippy.
Oh my God, it was. Yeah. That show, especially when Stimpy took up his booger collection. Oh my God, that was so disgusting, but it was so fucking funny.
The one episode of Ren and Stimpy that I recall is when Stimpy was... wait. Stimpy, yeah. So yeah, Stimpson, you idiot, yeah. So Stimpy was playing with his belly button. He got sucked into it.
Oh,
it's the one episode I remember.
And all the lint in his belly button.
Yeah.
Oh God, that show was so disgusting. It really was so disgusting. But if you're really fucking stoned, dude, it was just a blast to watch.
It's great, but that's Scream '90s though. That's a 90s property.
It is. It's a total 90s thing.
Yep.
And, we were all baked like 24/7 back in those days. So, and listening to Nirvana and watching Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. I mean, totally idiotic shows in many ways. But I don't know.
Product of its time.
It was. All right. Until the next time on the Straight Red Card, go watch a segment. They're all on YouTube. Go watch a Ren and Stimpy show. They're all on there on YouTube. All right.